the No Fate channel. Checking in. And if you drive for Uber, Lyft, or if you're like me and you're an Uber driver for your kids and sometimes their friends, then you need to watch today's review of this Avette dash camera. So buckle up, Buttercup. Here we go. On this Dad's Gadget series, I just review pieces of equipment that come across my desk to help you decide if they will exceed your expectations and if they're worth the hard-earned money. So what does this dash camera do that it should do? And frankly, what does it do better than a lot of the other dash cameras out there? So right off the top, if you do happen to drive people that you don't know, like for Uber or Lyft, or your coworkers or your kids' friends, you need to have a rear-facing camera into the cabin of your vehicle. And right off the top, that's what this thing provides. You got one HD camera facing out, and you've got one HD camera facing in, recording video and audio. This Avette dual dash HD camera does a ton of great things that every dash camera should do, but not all do. First and foremost, it has a small profile. So when you set this on your front windshield, right underneath your rear view mirror, you're not going to notice it. It's not going to impact your field of view. But it's beautifully designed so that once it's set, you can set it and forget it. This suction cup mount allows you to be able to put it on and take it off whenever and wherever you want. Super easy. You put it on, you crank this thing down, and it is locked in place. Like all the other dash cameras, it goes right into your cigarette lighter, but it does come with an extremely long cord, allowing you to be able to run the cord around and out of sight, out of view. So again, that cord isn't going to just be hanging in your way the entire time. The screen here on here is small, but guess what? Once you have it set up, you're not going to be using the screen because every time you turn on the key, it will go on and it will work as designed. Also, for your protection, you can record the front of your vehicle and into the cabin. And if you're an Uber or Lyft driver, or you just like me and you're an Uber driver for your kids and their friends, you need to have that protection to cover your. The interface on here is very straightforward and easy to set up. And of course, like many other dash cameras, it does have an app allowing you not to have to pull the SD card to get footage. You simply can pull it off of the app wirelessly. Now, another few other bonus features on here are the G-Shock sensor. So if someone hits you with their vehicle, with a baseball bat, or even with the cart at the grocery store, this thing will turn on. It also has a motion sensor, allowing this thing to turn on if you're parked and someone walks or even drives across in front of you, giving you all that protection that you need and want without the headache of dealing with it or with worrying about it. I will tell you, this is one of the easier ones to install, especially where you just stick it in place and you are off to the races. As far as the cost, and that's where a lot of these will differ, is that the cost comes in at $140 on Amazon. But don't worry. For whatever reason, these companies like to have crazy marketing where they charge a lot, but then have coupons and sales. As of today, it was $99 for a dual dash camera, HD, ready to go with a 2-year warranty. And man, oh man, I just think if you are driving for a living, you need to be protecting yourself. And this one is a good one. But don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. Let's kick over to the audio. Let's kick over to the video and show you the type of quality, both in daytime and in nighttime, you can get from this $99 purchase. All right, it is 6:40. Sun sets in approximately 30 minutes, and we are on the interstate highway. I am at 56 miles per hour behind this tractor trailer, and we're just cruising along. Hopefully this is going to be a good test of the video as well as the audio for daytime. So this would be an ideal test for daytime because it is overcast and the sun has already started to set. Clearly, when it comes to any camera, usually the more light you can get, the better the picture, the better the quality, and the better the accuracy. I will tell you that I'm not going to edit this audio at all, so you will know exactly how the audio comes in. I mean, I think the quality of the audio is not as important as the fact that it records audio. that tends to be a lot more important because, you know, obviously you're not going to be using this for YouTube. You're mostly going to be using this for maybe a court of law or just a he said, she said situation with the police or even a road rage incident. So just having the audio there is good. But again, you don't need to have it to be crystal clear so long as you can hear it. So I am, again, moving at 52 miles an hour, so there is a good amount of road noise. So ideally, if you were stopped with the police or even a road rage incident, ideally you would be able to hear even better because you wouldn't have as much background noise as well as, you know, vibration in the vehicle. Here we are in slow traffic. I'm going 26 miles an hour. Hopefully we can see if you can catch the license plate of this car that is stopped in front of me to give you an idea if you can see it. Ideally, again, you want to be able to get license plates, at least in these situations where it's stop and go. Clearly, if you're balling down the highway, you're going to be moving too fast to get license plates. But this should give you a really good idea. Again, the lighting situation here is not optimal, and we'll test the nighttime lighting out shortly. So I need to apologize. It turned out that I believed I had the internal camera rolling during the daytime footage, but that was not the case. That was absolutely untrue. So I do have the internal camera rolling now, and I will tell you it is quite wide. I have it set up off center to the left, which is why you might not see as much of the internal cabin as you think. However, that's only because I have other dash cameras in here that I am testing currently. Normally, if you set this up dead center on your vehicle, I think you would get a very good scope both in width and in depth of your internal camera. It's going to capture everything that's going on here, and it is dark. It is the sun has set, and we are getting some nighttime footage. Now, I do have good headlights on this vehicle, so take that into consideration just a little bit. Obviously, if you have an older vehicle with dim or poor headlights, that would impact the quality of the nighttime footage. We're going about 36 miles an hour currently, just to give you an idea of the footage versus the speed. Obviously, clearly, as you already know, the slower you go, the easier it is to get footage and identify details. But when you go fast, you know, you might not get as much frames per second of the item that might be coming at you or you might be coming at. Now, from the footage I am looking at, the nighttime footage actually is better than I originally expected. Typically with dash cameras, the nighttime footage is poor at the $75 to $100 range, and anything under $75, the nighttime footage is almost useless. I will say at this price point, which is approximately $99, depending on the sale time that you buy this, it's pretty good. Yeah, I actually thought it was going to be a lot worse given the price point of the vehicle, of the dash cam. Usually with dash cams, you get some really good nighttime footage at the 150 and above marker. So I do not have my high beams on. I will throw my high beams on in 3, 2, 1. So this should give you an idea of how the high beams impact the footage and how the nighttime footage is overall. I am doing, again now, I'm doing 40 miles an hour. We're on a pretty dim back road. That's just why I can throw the high beams on. But hopefully you're getting clear and accurate representation of what's in the photo, what's in the picture, what's coming at me. Now, for the sake of this driving test, and because it is nighttime, I'm going to hold up some fingers so you can see how the internal camera actually picks up. If I'm going to hold up 2 fingers now, I'm going to give a little bunny finger here, bunny hop, and you can see motion in the internal cabin. If this was an attacker, that you were an Uber driver and one of your passengers was acting out, you'd get that. And of course, now you have the audio behind the dash camera. These dash cameras do record audio, and that is almost as useful as the visual. Obviously, I say obviously way too much. Obviously, I say obviously way too much. But, however, you're not expecting good internal audio. This is not something you're going to make a YouTube video on or use for Hollywood video. This is something that you are going to use in a court of law or to document that you were not distracted if something happens, or that you were not at fault if someone attacks you. You'll have your audio of what was said, who said what, so on, so forth. Especially during traffic stops or, unfortunately, road rage incidents, it is vital to have not only video, but good audio that you can hear and understand. And now we've got some cars coming at us. Hopefully you can get an idea of, again, how this is going to look post-production. When you take this dash camera down, you look at the footage to see what has happened. You get an idea with cars in front of you, cars behind you, and a whole host of different scenarios. I want to know your thoughts on the Yvette Dual Dash HD camera in the comments below. Was the footage better or worse than you expected? For my money, $99, I thought that this HD footage was very good, both in the daytime and at night. And again, for that $99 price point. And I thought the audio was clear enough, at least if there was an incident, you could pick up what was being said both inside the vehicle and if someone was standing just outside of the vehicle. Clearly, there are better dash cameras out there, but they tend to be at that $150 or even that $200 price point. If you made it this far in the video, click on the Amazon affiliate link in the description and find out what the Yvette camera is selling as of today. I've seen it as low as $80 and as high as $105, but most of the time it sits around that $99 price point, which I think is an absolute steal of a deal. If you came this far, give it a like, hit that red subscribe button. As usual, thanks for watching, protect yourself, and don't save anything for the trip back.